is March 2nd. I can't believe it's March already, as you can tell out the window. It still looks like February. We are getting another snowstorm today, which I think we're supposed to get like 15 to 30 centimeters. So it is about quarter to 7, so I've got to go down to the coffee shop and do some writing. I'll check in with you guys later. Also, picking up my Lendrum today. Pardon the wet hair. I just got out of the shower. So I've literally been holding off opening this just so that I can kind of film it while I do it. And also I don't have any fiber to really start using it. I do think Taylor on Wool Needles Hands said that in the instructions for hers, it suggested using just like a regular yarn to get the feel of it, which is fine. I have ordered some fiber, which I'm not sure if that breaks my stash busting plans. I don't think it does because I'm not buying more yarn because I have enough yarn to knit with, but I need fiber to learn how to spin. So I feel like I get a pass on that one. I'm so excited. I have no idea what I'm doing. I am really looking forward to this. I think it's gonna be exciting. For now, I am just going to go upstairs. We had a ton of snow dumped on us Thursday night into Friday. So it looks like it should be January and not March here. I love winter. It's my second favorite season, but I'm over it now. Over it. I'm okay for, to jump ahead and not have to shovel anymore. But it does look very pretty. It really looks pretty. My husband went out to the schooner house today because he has to blow out the long driveway so that the oil truck can get in, so that when they go to refill the oil tank, because if they can't get up the driveway, you don't get your oil and then your tank runs dry and then you're kind of screwed. So thankfully we have electric heat here in this house. We don't have to deal with that. I'm going to stay behind. I'm going to get some knitting done. I have been working on my Free or Fade just because it's a good mindless knit. I put some work on my sister's sock, so I'm down into the foot part of that now. I probably have about maybe that much more to go. I think what I'm also going to do is kind of take a look at what I want to knit next. So I've been kind of looking at this yarn here. This is all fingering weight sweaters quantity yarn. This is my sock yarn stash. This and this, plus the stuff I have upstairs that you've probably seen. But with the warmer months coming, I'm thinking I might, once I finish the classic sweater, look at doing a sweater, and I'm thinking it's going to be in one of these two colors, and doing a fingering weight sweater. I may do the puntilla because that's one that I've been wanting to redo. Like, that's what I'm wearing now. My puntilla sleeve. These here are the Illimani Sabri line, and they're a cotton blend, but I have to say this is a blend of 85% cotton and 15% baby alpaca. The only thing is that I don't like the way cotton yarn looks, even Illimani Sabri, which I absolutely love. Now, maybe if I paired it with a mohair, it might look a little better, but I just find any kind of cotton yarn, it shows every little imperfection. So if you've got one stitch that looks even slightly wonky, I find it's like a big spotlight on it. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I may destash this. So those are kind of some future knitting plans. And right now, I am going to go make myself Another cup of coffee because I've only had one. Can we see this here? Hello. Hello, babies. Hello. No, my hair. Oh my goodness. I'm almost as much hair as you. I probably shed as much too. So I'm going to give you a little look at the outside. The birds are looking for food. Hello, it is, I was going to say February, it's March something, 6th? I don't know. It's Monday, I'm back at work, loving it, loving every minute of it. And I'm at lunch right now. I've had my oat cake, got my latte. I've stopped putting 2 pumps of vanilla in my latte, and I'm just drinking it with like almond milk and espresso, and I like it way better. It's tastes more like coffee. And I was finding the sweetness of the vanilla flavoring was really starting to bother me. Like I would just be like, I had this weird aftertaste in my mouth. I don't know what it was. I don't know. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Yesterday, I put together my spinning wheel, and then I put the leader yarn, I guess, in that you would attach your fiber to. And they said a good way to get used to your spinning wheel is to not start with fiber, but to start like treadling with the leader thing. So I did that, but I found that I don't know if I was stopping pedaling. Is that the right term? I don't know. To learn a whole new terminology. I think I was stopping because the wheel, well, obviously I was stopping because the wheel would kind of stop, and then when I started again, it would start going in the other direction. I think what I might do is, instead of doing that, I'm going to start just pedaling on the treadling, just to kind of get the feel for that, so that I'm not kind of stopping and starting, and I can get kind of a nice easy flow on that. And then I'll start kind of throwing in the leader. I was just going to call it the leader hose and the leader thing yarn. Oh my god, it's such a Monday. And I've changed the name of the wheel again. I think I'm going to call the wheel Lucy. It was Percy, and I was like, I think you're a girl. The good thing is Mimi at the Loop said that she would, if I needed some help, just to let her know, because she loves teaching spinning. So I was like, yeah, I will hit you up for some classes. So for now, I've got my sock. This is my second sock. That's my first sock. These have been languishing. Like, now I've kind of been working on both my sock and my sister's, but even then I don't feel like I'm really putting a lot of time into it. I don't know what I know I was knitting on the Free or Fade, and I've just started the second color of that. I'm really discovering I don't like dark purple. I don't like dark purple. And the first color is like an aubergine. And here's the thing, it's not that I don't like the color. I love the color aubergine. I would probably wear aubergine. But I think because the color was so dark, I really kind of started to lose steam. So by the time I got to the red that I'm putting in now, I felt a little over it. So I might just set that one aside. I did get the neck of my second classic sweater that I'm knitting. I got that done, and then I got the separation for like the arms is going to be in the front and the back, and I started the shaping for that, and now I'm just doing the kind of the repeat of the 2 raglan increase rows that you just kind of keep doing over and over again until you, I think, hit a certain stitch count. So I think now that I'm over the raglan, like the setup and the shaping for that, it'll go a little quicker, because I think that's kind of what had me not wanting to deal with it. Because I do remember the last time I did the classic sweater, I had such an issue understanding the section where they give you, like, where you end the neck and you start making like the increases and the short row shaping and all that. So for now, I'll do a little sock knitting. I've got about 30 minutes before I have to go back to the office. I will check in with you guys later. Good morning. It is March. Oh my God. I don't know if you, I just got this thing all set up but she's just too cute. Hi. Can you hear that? Oh my God, that's so pathetic. Hi. Do you want Ollie? Ollie's the octopus. It is March 16th. It is about 7:45 in the morning. I have to start getting ready for, well, actually, I'm ready for work. This is how I'm going. Plus, when it's crappy weather, I don't like wearing work clothes because, number one, they're not warm enough. And I like to wear, like, kind of good treaded boots. So I usually put on my Blundstones so I'm not slipping and sliding. So I have to make my my smoothie for breakfast and then pull something together for lunch. But in the meantime, I've just been sitting here knitting on my sock, which I'm going to have... Ah! Almost lost you there. So this is how much I've got done. And where's my other one? Here's my finished one. So, yeah, I am at the toe shaping, I think. Yeah, I can do the toe shaping now. So I should be able to finish these off probably tonight. And then I'm going to cast on a new pair. I still have my sisters. I should really finish those first before I cast on a new pair. I'm still going to work on hers. I'll just get the other pair cast on so that they're there and they're ready. Because sometimes if I'm going to be somewhere that I have more time, I want to have one that I'm working on, like the leg of the sock, because I don't have to worry about running into shaping and the heel flap gusset or shaping the toe or finishing it off and then not having anything to knit. Hi. How you doing? She got groomed yesterday, so she's feeling very fancy. You're feeling very fancy? You don't care. So I have been attempting spinning. Here's what I'm having trouble with, is that I can get the wool latched onto the feeder, but then when I go to feed it in, it's taking like too much. And then I'm trying to stop that from happening, but I don't really know how to. So what I'm doing is breaking the fiber, and I haven't quite figured out how not to do that. I think the other thing too is that I need to get in sync with pedaling at an even pace while feeding the yarn in. And I also have to get kind of comfortable with which hand. They usually say that you hold the fiber in your dominant hand, which for me would be my right hand, and then feed it in with your less dominant hand, which for me would be my left hand. But there's a part of my brain that's like, no, if the feeding it in seems to be the work hand to me, and so my brain wants that to be the right hand. So I don't know, but I don't think I've got the rhythm down of feeding it in at the right rate while still keeping my feet going at the right rate, if that makes sense. I think that's where part of my problem is. I think once the fiber starts going in and it grabs a big chunk, like I stop treadling, and then I don't know, it's I think I need more instruction. So I'm going to watch a few more like instructional videos, and Mimi at the Loop offered to give me some classes if I needed them, which I think I will. And I do want to kind of get a little more familiar with how you do it, so that when I go and have my, do a class with Mimi, I'll have a little bit of a better idea of kind of like the terminology and what I'm supposed to be doing, so I can kind of figure out where I think I have the issues. So anyway, that's the plan. We got snow yesterday. I'm over the snow now because it's not even pretty snow. It's just like icy, crappy snow. So I didn't get down to the coffee shop this morning to do any writing, but right now I'm just working on outlining and character development for book 2 because my editor has book 1. She's going to have that back to me, I think, on Friday, which is tomorrow. So I'll get going on the edits on that. Yeah, so that's about it. There are toys strewn all over the floor. I just put the toys back in her toy box, and then she hauled them all out, placed them on the floor, and then walked away. Didn't play with any of them. Isn't that right? Isn't that what you did? So I did an impromptu new cast on. You want to be on the screen too? There you go. How's that? Yeah, your 15 minutes. I don't know why you're always talking to this phone. So I was watching Caddy Jacks where they were talking about the Saturday shrug or the Sunday shrug, the one that's worsted weight. I thought, you know what? That just looks like a fun, mindless cast on, and I thought it also looked like a really good gift idea. So I thought I would knit one up because I have a lot of worsted weight yarn. So it's worsted weight with I think held with a mohair. Yes, held with mohair. I went down into my stash because I have a lot of like single worsted weight yarns that I bought for like hats or whatever because it was pretty. Mostly because it was pretty. So I thought I'm going to go down and just see what I got and see how that's going to look together. Like pick some ones out because I wanted to do multiple stripes just to use up a good amount of stash. So here's what I did. And I'm going to see if I can get these in the right order. So I have, this is Sugar Bush in their Shanty base. And I forgot the name of the color. And I don't have the tag here. This is going to be the second color. So we got this one for the first, this one for the second, which is Malabrigo. So these are the colors in it. So this is going to be kind of like multicolored. And then I picked my other Sugar Bush Shanty color, which is the green. And I really love these two together, but I didn't want to put them together in the stripes because I didn't want it to look too like Christmassy. So now we've got this. And then the next color is Barocco Vintage. So it is this beautiful gold color. So now we have this, and the chances of me doing this with the 5th color are almost non-existent because I'll probably send them all flying. But it is my Juniper Moon Farm in their Harriet base, and this is their extra fine baby alpaca Laguna Grande. So this is what we have. So this, and this, and then we'll repeat. And I'm pairing it with a Loft Mohair, which is this very kind of pale taupey color, I guess, maybe. So that's the color that I'm blending it with. Now let me get these back in here in order. I went to cast it on, and they do a tubular cast on, or that's what she suggested. Anyway, if anybody has been with me for any length of time, you know that anything that requires crochet is going to end badly. So I wasn't going to do it, but I really, really love the edge that a tubular cast on gets you. So I went to they have on the pattern you just take over. They have on the pattern, or on the pattern, they have a link for the tubular cast on. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna go look and see how that goes. So the tubular cast on was by Jackie, I believe, and it was so clear. It was the best tutorial I have seen for the tubular cast on. So I did it. I forgot how long the tubular cast on, like it's kind of involved. I mean, technically you're still knitting you're still knitting the thing. Yeah, so I did cast it on, and I love the edge it made, and I really like, I at first wasn't going to do the mohair because I didn't want to mute the colors. I really like the colors, which is why I picked kind of the light taupey. I didn't think it would mute it too much, and it didn't really, but I really like the blend it's making. I don't know how clear that is. I'll get my face out of the way, and hopefully it's... So I've got the tubular cast on done, and now I don't have a lot of 5.5 needles. The ones I have are interchangeable. Like I have 5.5 needles, but they were in like the longer needle length. So I really had a hard time finding needle length that would work. So I ended up using my Lick a Needle interchangeables on a 24-inch, and I think that's going to be pushing it a bit. That's probably the max. I think I'll be okay. Like I just didn't want to stretch it too much as I was knitting it. So I'm ready to join in the round. That's going to be my little fun, mindless pick away at project. I put it in my new bag, which I'm blanking on the name. Wax and Thimble, which is, I think on Etsy it was called Kettle Kitchen or Kettle Creek, but I'll link it down below. I love this bag. So I'm just gonna knit away on that, and then later today I'm probably gonna edit the March vlog and get it up this weekend. Work on my sweater a bit. I just have the toe left on my socks, so I'm actually gonna finish that this weekend. And I may do that before I start working on my sweater. And I'm gonna try really hard not to get sucked into this. But sleepy pups, you gonna say goodbye for March? Look at this. So we'll see you for the next episode in about a week's time, and then we'll be on to April. See ya.